I want to say, notice that he stopped right there, because what he's going to do is he's going to skip over a part of where it says Edomite, so you won't see it, so you won't know that the scriptures that refers to Edomite, how many actually refers to being a Syrian, okay? And I'm going to show you that, in which he skip over it, okay? He's never going to go to it, but he's going to show you 130, okay? And then it says C726. Right, check this out. Check this out. This is very deceptive right here. Very deceptive how he does it. Now, in the concordance, it does have C726, okay? But watch how he does it. Now, let me pause it right here. It says, some places where you read Edomite should read Syrian. This is where he's very deceptive and very devilish and very cunning and crafty, like the devil right here. Because he said in some places where you read Edomite should read Syrian. That's not true. It's only one place. And then it says some places where you read Syrian should read Edomite. Okay? Now, okay, let's keep going.
So now it says that this number 130 was an incorrect reading for Adawomium. So really, in 2 Kings, the 16th chapter, in the 6th verse, which matter of fact, let's get that. This is 2 Kings, the 16th chapter.
Okay, I'm going to stop it right there, because he skipped over something that he should have showed you, which if he would have showed you, he would have exposed himself. Therefore, he didn't show you. So now I'm going to show you, okay? Let's back it up. Let's make that smaller. And let's go to the blue letter. Because he went to Adawamium. Right, this is what he went to. He went to Adawamium. Okay? Now, when he went to, which Esau called it Adome. Edome. Okay? Edom. Or Edomites. Okay? Now, you see this still out the blue letter. And he went down and he started explaining to you about, push that, about 2 Kings chapter 16 and verse 6. It says, an incorrect reading for Adawamium, which stands in the Quara'ah. Okay? So now let's keep going down. This is very important right here. And it says, previous Strong's H129, it says H130 in the box. Right there, right? And then it says, next Strong's, and then it says search. Okay? And now I'm going to keep going down. Okay? Now I'm going to put search. H130. Okay? I'm going to put search H130. Because he said it's 130, right? So I'm going to put search H130. So now I put search H130. And look what it has right here. It has authorized version, King James translation, count, total, 12. So that's 12 times Adome or Edomite is used. And then it says right here, the authorized version, which is the King James Edomites, is used 11 times. Then it says Syria, where Edomite is supposed to be Syria, or it could be Syria, is only used one time. He didn't want to show you that because he says some of the places that's where it's used, that's where Esau is used or Edomite is used, it should be Syrian. Now, let's go to Deuteronomy chapter 23 and verse 7. According to the blue letter, it says, thou shalt not abhor an Edomite, and it has 130. It don't have 726. It has 130. Let's go to 1 Samuel 21 verse 7. And Edomite, Doeg the Edomite. Okay, right there it has 130. It don't have 727. 1 Samuel 22 and verse 9. Doeg the Edomite, 130. Once again. 1 Samuel 22. 1 Samuel 22, verse 18. 1 Samuel 22 and verse 22. 1 Kings 11 and 1. But Solomon loved many strange women, together with the daughter of Pharaoh, women of the Moabites, Ammonites, and Edomites, 130. Okay? So those were Edomites. Still, Solomon had 1 Kings 11:14, which he go over this later. He go admit that her dad was really an Edomite, because he had no choice but to admit that, because it says it in the Septuagint. Not only the Masoretic Hebrew text, it says it in the Septuagint. That's why he had to admit that. Okay. 1 Kings 11:17, 2 Kings 16:6, 2 Chronicles all the way down to Psalms 52. Okay. Now, where does it say, it says, let me go back up here, because it says, Edomite is used 11 times, and Syria is only used 1 time. Where is the Syrian only used 1 time? Aha. It's 2 Kings chapter 16 and verse 6. Check that out. At the time Rezin king of Syria recovered Elath to Syria. Now this Syria right here, they saying that could be Edom or Edomites. Okay, now check out the way he does it. That's the only scripture, that is the only scripture in the Hebrew Masoretic text that says it could be Edomites instead of Syria. Or it could be Adawamium or Adamai instead of Syria. There is no other scripture in the Bible that says that Edomites could be Syrian, not Doeg the Edomite in 1 Samuel. The only scripture is, what is it? 2 Kings 16 and 6. That's the only scripture. So where is he pulling all these other scriptures from? As you see later on, he tried to go into first, he try to pull Doeg the Edomite. That has 130 by it. So he's definitely cunning and deceiving with this. Okay? So now let's go back to what he's saying.
In the 5th verse, it says, Then Rezin king of Syria and Pekah son of Remaliah, king of Israel, came up to Jerusalem to war, and they besieged Ahaz, but could not overcome him. At that time Rezin king of Syria recovered Elath to Syria, and drave the Jews from Elath, and the Syrians came to Elath and dwelt there unto this day. Now here where it says Syrians, right, the word that should be there is Edomites, all right, because the land of Edom.
Now check out his, now as he's reading, check out what he says. It says, some places where you see 130 Edomite should read Syrian, right? So where is that? The Blue Letter Bible don't say that. The Blue Letter Bible, it just told you that some place, the only place where it reads Syrian, right here, as he put, is could be Edomite. But he put some places where you see 130 Edomite should be Syrian, should read Syrian. He did the opposite. You got to watch this cunning and craftiness he putting up. Okay, he's lying. And scriptures tell you right here, 2 Kings 16 and verse 6. But look at what he put up in his words. Some places where you see 130 Edomite should read Syrian. There is no scripture that should read Syrian. The only scripture that could read Edomite, because he switched it up and flipped it. 2 Kings 16 verse 6, it should read, or it can read Edomite. It has Syrian right there, but it can read Edomite. Okay? So let's keep going.
Or they call it also Ezion Gabar, that was fought between Judah and Esau. All right, so here where it says Syrians, the word that should be here is Edomites, and I'm going to show you that. And here in the Masoretic text, when you read the Hebrew, right? And you see, if you can see here, it's highlighted in blue. And when you click on it, right, it says here, Quara reading, or reading, Quara, which is reading. It says below is the Quara, or the reading for Wa Arumium, which is and